the color of something affects the way people think. And so you see this red and the red and the red. That's our side. And back before the election, I heard there had been a study that the more people are exposed to the flag, the more likely they are to vote Republican.
Mm-hmm.
So my idea was, several years ago, people used to send texts out or emails out, and they'd have just like a three-word message in their text. It might be a scripture, it might be something inspirational. If somebody could come up with some way to attach those things to every text they send out or every email they send out, brevity is the soul of wit. So if you can get that across to people, if it's just, oh, I saw that somewhere, but I don't know where I saw it. So if you come up with something, it doesn't have to be deceptive anyway, just something that says, I am America, or I am liberty, or just any little message we have. It doesn't have to be attributed to anybody because it's a generic message.
Well, and that's what we have some of that available to the printout cards that you can do from the website. Some of that is available on there.
So it should just be attached to like a text or an email or whatever. I don't know enough about computers to.
You could make it. You could make it happen. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to make a point about Spanish speaking adults. A lot of them aren't going to be able to register to vote.
Sure.
But they have their kids here in public schools, and the only way to keep kids from turning blue is going to be to get hold of the parents and bring them in and let them feel like they have a home with us. And so I don't know what we're going to do about our language barrier, but
this is actually already printed and
sure.
Is it?
That's just a sign-up card.
Yeah.
We need material.
So there's already, and I bet you they're formulating it.
Yeah, they are.
So this little contact me card, how you can get people to sign up so that they will be in your universe so that you can contact them for future events. That actually has a Spanish side to it.
And that's where I was going next. We have some material that we have here today is just our come and take it contact cards, to where if your Bible study or whatever, they want to join up and get affiliated, fill this out. Just have them fill it out, and you can send us the information, and we'll make it happen. The easiest way is the website. If you go to comeandtakeit.tx.com, the first homepage is sign up to help. That's kind of the phase we're in now. In any grassroots campaign, you got to go to the Army, and we're still building our Army. So what else can I do for you guys to answer today? Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to mention that our group is working on a Hispanic outreach program. We are putting it in PowerPoint presentation in Spanish. I have a lady that speaks fluent Spanish. In fact, she immigrated to this country, became an American citizen the right way, so she's very passionate about this. She's going to be doing the presentations for us, so if anybody's interested, let me know. If you got a small group of Spanish people that you know, or maybe a church group, we'll be happy to try to work that out. We should have it finalized in about a week, maybe 2 weeks at the most. So if anybody might be interested, let me know. We'll be happy to travel and
that's another thing. And this is FreedomWorks is not. We are more than happy to work with anybody. This is not a. This is not a FreedomWorks is trying to get publicity campaign. This is not a. If you guys make the news because you registered 1,000 voters in your county and Come and Take It never gets mentioned, FreedomWorks never gets mentioned, don't care. This is not about building the FreedomWorks network. This is not about me. This is about Texas. If anybody knows me, I'm not a party guy. Don't invite me to your GOP Christmas party, not going to hurt my feelings. I sat down with the Texas Republican Party to meet with them and discuss this. Now, it didn't go anywhere, but I'm willing to work with anybody. I lean very libertarian. My entire generation is very libertarian. This is not a conservative, GOP, Republican, libertarian. This is I like freedom, I like liberty, and I like living in a red Texas, whether or not it's run by Republican, conservative, libertarian, whoever it is. Red is better than blue. I'm willing to work with anybody. FreedomWorks is willing to work with anybody for this campaign to keep Texas red. Because if we don't, all our little policy differences and pet peeves and infighting, and I don't like that group and she didn't like me, who cares if Wendy Davis is the governor of Texas, Texas goes blue and we can't take the White House? I mean, who cares? Does it really matter? This is not an ego-driven thing. This is a Texas-driven thing. So let's make sure that East Texas leaders, states, we need to make sure that we've got the precincts to turn over to Whitney to get you guys the walk list and your precinct data. And if you guys are not signed up on the website, go to comeandtakeit.tx.com, or you can get there through freedomworks.org as well. I've got cards up here if you ever have any trouble. You can give me a call. If I don't answer, you can leave me a voicemail, shoot me an email, and I will, yes sir.
One other thing, that when people see that, they're gonna say, what does that mean? And it would be, I was a salesman all my life, and it needs to tell the story. It needs to have the word on there, liberty or freedom or something like that. I don't know if it's too late to have it on, but it needs to tell the full story.
Okay.
Well, we don't have cannons, and not gonna come take
Yeah,
our
they'd be
cannon.
like, well, I don't have a cannon.
Well, it's
Sure.
like the
That's
t-shirts.
I'd love to have a cannon, but.
It's like the t-shirts. It says, keep Texas red. What does
Yeah,
that mean?
doesn't-
A lot of people don't know what that means. Why keep Texas red? To me,
Yeah, so maybe
lower
liberty.
taxes, your freedom,
Yeah.
all those
Liberty.
things.
I like
Liberty.
liberty. I'm gonna use
Yeah,
that.
liberty.
Hope you don't
Liberty.
mind.
And
I like liberty.
if I have to give my 10-second elevator pitch about why are you a conservative, why are you a libertarian, why are you in Texas, why are you trying to keep it red, my thing is because I believe that you know what's best, you know how to run your life better than government knows how to run your life. If I have to give you a 5-second sales pitch, that's what I'm going to go with. And I think that resonates with everyone. I've converted more liberals to libertarians or conservatives with that sentence alone. I believe you can run your life better than the government. When you boil it down, that is really what being a conservative, that's really what liberty is about, is the freedom to run your own life. Run it into the ground or become a multi-billionaire. But having the freedom to control your own destiny, that is what this boils down to.
I had a question about the intimidation by the IRS, back and forth. And I noticed FreedomWorks didn't really let up on things, but are they, now that everybody knows that they've been intimidating people, are FreedomWorks and some of the others, they're gonna muscle through regardless of the intimidation? There's no secrecy involved now. Is everybody pretty much determined now that they're gonna proceed regardless of what the IRS or Obama does?
Well, our C4 step, this Come and Take It Texas is under the FreedomWorks C4, which has been long established. The IRS isn't going to take that away from us. We're going to muscle through. As soon as yes, we're absolutely going to muscle through. We've got activists and FreedomWorks supporters who have succumbed to the intimidation, and it's hard. I mean, I've one of my dearest friends who is still with FreedomWorks 4 years ago had to make the decision whether or not she was going to stick with this movement or not because teachers were bullying her children at school over her opposing a teachers union vote. On the way, dropping her kids off at school, somebody threw a brick through her window with her children in the car. I've been with the Come and Take It campaign for a couple of months. I'm already getting death threats. I framed my first death threat because I was like, I've made it now. Look, Mom, here I am. People, if they are targeting you for intimidation, you're doing something right. They're not going to come after you if you're not doing something right. And here's the other thing: the Daily Coast wrote a piece about me the other week about Come and Take It. If they're publicizing you and they're not reaching out to you, reach out to them. I'm not here to do media training, but if you reach out to them, reach out to the liberals, use their platform. They've already built that platform. Infiltrate it, use it. If they're going to write about you, Either go correct the record, or say, hey, do you wanna do a 5-minute Skype interview? Let's talk. Because there are kids that are listening to that who think that they're liberals and have no idea. I'm doing Al Jazeera in the next couple of days, and my parents, who are all very conservative, are like, why in the heck would you go on Al Jazeera? Well, because there's some 14-year-old kid who has no idea what he's watching, who's probably not going to hear the liberty message if I don't. One of my best friends, his outreach tool is he goes into Xbox gaming chat rooms with these 13 and 14-year-old kids, and he starts talking to them about video games and all that stuff that I don't know anything about, but he uses that to connect to the community. Use your tools, use your skills to connect to your community. You're going to have an easier time connecting to the community that you're in with the values that you already hold than you are learning different policy issues and becoming passionate about it. If you're being intimidated, it's because you're being effective. Don't stop. Go, gung-ho. If they're intimidating you, that's great. Frame it. I'm telling you, I framed my first death threat.
Shane, there's one thing on my mind I want to add
Sure.
to what we've said today. And that is, the first set of voters that I think we're going to be canvassing are going to be what we call swing voters. They maybe have voted once Republican, and then maybe have been found in a Democratic primary or something like that, but they're identified as a possible voter that we could get to come over and vote Republican. So what you want to be careful about is not being a battering ram when you go to the door.
Right.
Because if you immediately inundate somebody and push something on an independent voter that is a swing voter, if you make them angry, they will not hear anything else what you say.
Well, and
So that's why usually when I go to a door that I know is a swing voter, I will ask a probing question. Ask them, if you were gonna tell me the number one issue that is concerning you today about our country or about our state, what would it be? And then they say it to you, and they give you a cue at that point. Because there are certain messages that Shane was trying to get across that may be very, very important. Very important to me. But if I use that in the wrong way, I may turn off a voter. So you need to find out what is important to them. Second Amendment may be the most important thing to them, so have a conversation with them about that. If the fact that a businessman is paying way too much in taxes, or if he or she is really mad about what the healthcare train wreck has done to their business or has the potential to do to their business, talk to them about that. Because if you are in this room today, you are probably aware of enough of a variety of conservative issues that you can speak on a variety of them, whatever's the most important thing to them at that time.
And
That's all I want.